Hi, my name's Dr. Mark Waldron, and I'm going to talk about my research for a few minutes. And it's the topic of my research is in the area of extreme environments. And that's as part of the elite and professional sports group here at Swansea University. So one of my areas of interest is an area or a topic known as heat stress. Heat stress is induced by prolonged exercise, usually in hot temperatures and usually at high humidities. And this has been an enduring problem, as shown in the image here, where Gabriella Anderson-Scheisse was in the inaugural women's marathon at the Olympics, went from first place to 37th place very quickly, owing to the severe effects of heat exhaustion. And this has carried on into the modern day, where Callum Hawkins famously collapsed owing to heat exhaustion in the Commonwealth Games in 2018. So the heat exhaustion with athletes and the effects of heat stress are well known and ongoing. So what can our research groups do about this? Well, here at Swansea, we have a few lines of research, and one of them is looking into how we cool athletes. And you can do this externally with things like cold baths or maybe even ice vests, as shown on the images, but they aren't very practical. You can also use internal methods, such as using ice slurry, and you can ingest this and drink it. It's quite an effective way to lower your body temperature, which might offset some of those deleterious effects. However, it's also not very practical. So one of the things I'm interested in, and we have a few postgraduates working in these areas now, is looking at the effects of things like menthol. So we use menthol as a cooling agent. Different dietary supplements. So this is beetroot juice, for example, is something else we've used to try and offset heat stress. And also using much more novel methods such as ischemic preconditioning. These are sometimes known as non-thermal interventions. So one of our most recent studies used a supplement called Taurine that many of you may have heard of. We provide this to athletes in quite high doses, and we exercise them in a very hot lab, as shown on the image. And one of the interesting things about this study was that it really increased the sweat production of athletes, as shown by the black bar in the figure at the bottom here. So much so that it was able to cool them and prolong their ability to exercise in the heat. An example of our other work that we're currently investigating is the effect of certain interventions on our perception of the cold. So, for example, using menthol mouth rinse, so very similar to what you might have experienced with mouthwash, in the mouth, rinsing it and spitting it out periodically through an exercise period, it's actually shown to have a very potent effect on certain receptors in the brain, which makes you feel cool, and as a result can extend your time to exhaustion. And we're now seeing this more and more commonly used among athletes in the field as off the back of our research. So we're doing lots of research here, and if you want to know any more about it and the other work we're doing in environmental extremes, then you can contact me either on my staff email account, or you can follow me on Twitter.